guys, hope you're having a wonderful day today. I know I haven't done any videos like sitting down and talking to you guys, but this is a pretty special occasion. I don't even know how to start, so I'll just say it, but I'm moving to Japan. This might come as a surprise to some of you, maybe not so much to some other of you. But I started this YouTube channel because I did some interviews in Japan and I got some followers that were Japanese or international followers, and I wanted to connect in social media or creating content that was more targeted towards people all over the world. That's why I started this channel. So oh my god, I don't even know. I want to make this video and like explain to you all the process and how I got here and how I'm going to live in Japan, which is crazy to me. Like, I've been waiting so long and working so hard to do this and to go there and to get my visa to go and live in Japan, that it's just crazy. So I'll just start from the beginning. I think for me, this whole thing started the first time I went to Japan. I went for the first time in summer 2023, and it was always my dream to go to Japan and visit there because I've always liked the culture. I've watched anime since I was pretty young, so I watched the culture, the food, and everything amazed me, and I really wanted to go and visit and like get to know the place. So when I went there the first time, it was just an absolute dream come true. It did not disappoint in any form. It was pretty hot because it was summer, like the worst heat of summer, but I didn't mind because I was there. I was living my dream. I met people there who are still important to me until this day. So it was just everything I dreamed of. The food, the places, the culture, the people, everything was amazing. So from then on, I really wanted to go back. Like, I wanted to go the next year, and so I did. I could have saved up and gone to another country, but I just really wanted to go back. I felt like there was so much more I still wanted to learn and see from the place. Sorry guys, I keep looking at myself. But I'm trying to make this video as like real as possible, so it's just me speaking with you. And so I went back the second time. I went to in winter because I wanted to snowboard, so I went to Niseko, I believe, the second time, yeah. And I fell in love even more. And then the third time I went, which was last year, 2025, for winter/spring, and I stayed for a month and a half, and I always felt so at ease in Japan. Like, I always felt like can you hear the guy? Someone's fixing my roof. I always felt like a sense of belonging, which is the most important thing I wish I could explain to you guys in this video. I felt a very important sense of belonging, which I didn't understand at the time. I just thought I really liked it, but I could spend there a lot of time and never felt like homesick or anything like that. But after that, after my last trip, I went to Europe in July of 2025, and when I came back, I had a mental breakdown. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't have a job by then. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I studied, if you guys don't know, I don't talk much about like my past or what I do, but I studied law. I think I said it in my first video, but I studied law in University of Costa Rica for like 7 years. And so I always thought that that was what I had to do. I never thought that there was any other options that I could, I don't know, chase after. And so I hope you guys are also not hearing my dog. But yeah, so I have ADHD, sorry. Remember, you have to like pull me back. But yeah, so basically I didn't know what to do, and I was having a breakdown. I was crying a lot. And then it just hit me that when I was in Europe, even though it's a beautiful place and I went to beautiful cities and places and everything, I just never felt the same as I felt when I was in Japan. I just thought this is so beautiful, but I do miss home. I wouldn't live here, maybe for like a few months, but I wouldn't actually want to live here. And so I thought, I have already thought about it, but just like lightly, like maybe I should look into living in Japan, but I never really thought about like actually doing something about it, which is something that I feel like a lot of people struggle with, doing something to accomplish what you really want. You just think about it like, yeah, I should do that, yeah, maybe, but you don't actually do it. I had a breakdown, I cried, and I told my mom, like, Mom, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go to live to Japan. And so that's like basically where I decided and said, no, this is really what I want to do. Like, I really want to go live. I'm like looking at my hair. It's so frizzy because it's raining, which it shouldn't be raining here, but whatever. And so I told my mom, I really want to go live in Japan, Mom. Like, I really want to do it. And she said, I support you. Like, find out what you have to do to go and just do it. And I was like, I will, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And so I got in contact with my friend Abby, which she was also such a great inspiration for me to go live there, because she's also a foreigner. She's from the US, United States. And so she was living in Japan, and she did, I think, the work holiday visa, and then she wanted to really go live there for longer, because that's just for a few months. Costa Ricans don't have holiday visa, so I couldn't do that. I really needed to look into another option, and she told me that she went with a Japanese language school that you could get like a student visa. She gave me their contact. I got in contact with them. They gave me like the time frames and how much it was going to cost, which, spoiler alert, it's very expensive. Like, I believe that's why not a lot of people do it. It's very expensive. The school, I believe for 6 months I paid like more than 3K, like 6 months of classes. And then I also have to pay moving expenses, which I have been looking into that since today, and they're absolutely insane, like another probably 3 to 4K. And so it's just very, very expensive. Like, you have to save like more than $10,000 to go there, and so that's not attainable for a lot of people. The thing is, oh my god, that fucking dog doesn't shut up. I swear it's just one dog that lives there, and he just like give me 1 second, I'll wait for him to shut up. Okay, he's quiet now. But yeah, it's not very attainable. What I did is I got a job as a paralegal in the US. I did like work from home, and all of my money I saved it because I also have a second-hand clothing store. If you guys see my vlogs, you know that I sell vintage and Y2K clothing, like second-hand clothing. So with that money, I like sustain myself monthly. Like, I paid, I don't know, going to the gym, my cell phone bills, whatever. One of my biggest helps, and I know it's such a privilege, is that since my mom knew that I really wanted to go to Japan, and this was like my dream, and it was the first time I really wanted something. Like, usually I just go with the flow, and I'm like, yeah, like I'll get where life wants me to be, but I never really wanted to work towards something. And so when she saw me this motivated to accomplish my dream, she told me that she wouldn't charge me like rent, because I'm an adult, I'm 25, so I wouldn't live for free in my mom's house just because, I would have to pay bills at least, or some sort of like some amount of money to her. And I agreed to that, but since she saw that I really wanted to go to Japan, she told me that I didn't have to pay her for this months that I was saving up. And that was such a great help, because it meant that all of my salary could go into saving up for Japan. I didn't even have to buy groceries or anything like that, just my personal spendings, I guess. And so I saved up a lot, and sorry guys, I don't know why. I keep distracting myself. It's because I don't do these videos usually, so I'm not really in practice on how to do this very naturally. I hope you guys are here with me and understand everything I'm saying, but yeah. So basically, I saved up a lot of money and I started the process of applying. I had to get like some papers of my mom saying she would be my guarantor, I don't know how you say that, but basically saying that she has the funds to pay in case that I don't have them, which I do have them, but it's better to put her because she has more money than me. So I also had to write a letter on how much Japanese I know, which is pretty basic, but you know, I just told them like I know the basics. I tried to learn hiragana, the vocabulary through Duolingo before I went the first times and everything. And so I had to also mail this documents, which, let me tell you, they charged me over $160. Oh my god, give me 1 second. Okay, so yeah, they charged me like $160, I believe, to mail the documents to Japan. And I swear it was like four papers. I had to put them in an envelope and I had to pay a lot of money to get them there. I was very surprised by that price. Ignore my nails. I also had them done for like a photo shoot, which if you follow my Instagram you saw it, but they're super crazy. I'm gonna take them out tomorrow, but yes, so I had to pay all of this money to get the documents there, then to apply. I sent them the documents, the initial documents for review, I believe like October or something like that. They let them in the migration department, I guess, in November, and they told me my results would be, I would get my results of if I got my certificate or not on February 19th. Today is February 21st, I believe. So they told me a few days ago, and that's why, of course, I'm making this video. But for all of these months, I've been stressed. You guys don't even understand the level of stress I was in. My job was killing me. Like, my stress levels were up the sky. I even had like physical health issues because of my stress, because my shoulders kept tensing up so much that it like rose up to my jaw, and I'm having a lot of problems with my jaw while I sleep. Like, I clench it, and so I was having all of these issues. I also was having the stress of not knowing if they would approve it or not. My dream that I've been working on for so long, for months of saving, and you guys, it's because that's why I wanted to make this video, because I feel like people will think maybe like, oh my god, wow, that's so easy, she just like has money, went to Japan. Like, no. Let me put a pillow because I'm freezing my ass. Okay, perfect, yeah. And people might think that I just have money and she just bought her visa and whatever, but it was so hard. I wanted to make this video to like kind of explain how it was for me and how hard it actually is to like pursue your dreams, because not only was I stressed, I didn't have time. I was not sleeping. I realized yesterday or the day before that I might not have been sleeping because of my ADHD medication, which I was taking because I was working so much and I was tired and I had to focus, and it's very hard for me to focus. If you can see from this video, it's very hard for me to focus. I have a pretty severe ADHD, so since I was tired, wait, a plane is going by. Okay, since I was so tired, I had to take this medication to focus and work, but this medication kind of like leaves you even more tired. And then I didn't have any free time. Like, the only free time I had was maybe like 1 day per week, maybe, and that day I even had to like clean my house or do stuff here or do any errands I had to do, because it was like Monday to Friday I had to work my job from 7:30 in the morning till 4:30 afternoon, and then I had to spend the rest of the days and even weekends dedicated to my clothing business. I had to go thrift clothing, which took me at least 4 or 6 hours. Sometimes I went even further to thrift, and I had to like post the stuff, take pictures, edit them, post them, respond to DMs. My page was growing a lot because I was posting TikToks. That's another thing. I was also trying to do social media. As you guys know, I'm trying to do like YouTube, and I haven't posted as much because I was dying, guys. Like, I was so tired. I didn't have time to edit takes so much time. Like, editing videos takes so much time, you don't even know. Unless you do it, like, unless you edit, you don't know how hard it is. I thought it was like a little bit easier. It's not. Nothing is as easy as it looks. But wait, another plane is going by. But yeah, other than YouTube, I was also doing TikTok. I was editing TikToks. I was coming up with ideas for TikToks. That's how my page grew a lot, because I was doing like thrift hauls with everything I got from the thrift store and everything that was going into the store. So people, well, not store, but yeah, shop. So people could see what was available and what they could get. And then packaging, or getting ready the packages for mailing for my clients, you know. I don't know why I just had like a brain fart. I don't know how to say that, but yeah, so getting all of that ready, it took the rest of my week. I was also trying to go to the gym, which last few months was almost impossible, because health for me is very important, and going to the gym is very important. And so imagine me with no sleep, no time, no exercise, no nothing. I was absolutely destroyed, physically, mentally. My brain was having such a hard time. I was dealing with even anxiety for this visa and everything that I was working for. Like, the last days before they told me that I got the certificate, I was stressed, because all of this stress was building up for months. It's been like 8 months of working towards something, and maybe you will be told that no, it's not approved by, I don't know, anything. I'm from a Latin country. We can get our visas denied for like anything. So I was just in the verge of a mental breakdown. Even so, like, to the point that I said, even if I don't get this visa, I will quit my job, because this is just too much. This job was taking, it was so hard. My boss was like, I feel like she was disconnected of how much she was asking from me. It's just crazy. If I guess that can be like another video, which I won't do because it's pretty boring. But of everything I had to do in that job, it's just astronomical. It's crazy. And the payment wasn't as good as it should for how much I was doing. So the stress was absolutely insane. That was the first time I've worked so much in my life. Like, even my mom, everyone was surprised, because it was not that I was finally working, because I'm usually pretty chill. Like, I took my vacations and stayed chill, and I don't like to work a lot, because I feel like I don't like to put my mental health or physical health on the line for a job, you know. But this was my dream, so for me it was worth working for. It was worth working for something that I really love. But it was absolutely insane. It was crazy, the amount of stress and work and time that I had to put into it. People were worried. They were like, the people in the health industry that I look for all of my issues, or my mental issues and my jaw and everything, they were like, girl, you need to relax. I'm like, I can't. I literally can't, because I cannot relax until they tell me that they approved this visa or this permit or whatever. They're like, I get it, so you'll just have to wait. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just have to wait. I feel like even being that stressed and sleeping this little aged me. Like, I feel like I look older. Do you guys not feel like I look older? Like, if you see my first video here and you see this, let me know if you think I look older. No, actually, don't let me know. But that's what I think. Finally, I quit my job. I quit my job even before knowing that they approved my visa. Like, I feel like a week before, because I was done. I was like, I don't even care. Like, if they approve it, great, that's perfect. I have 2 weeks to get ready. If not, I'll just have a month of vacations, and then I'll go back into looking for a job. But I cannot do this anymore. Luckily, they approved it, and now that's why I'm here, guys, speaking with you guys. They approved it. It's a student visa, so I'm going 2 years technically. I think you have to renew your visa every 6 months, so you could decide to just like not renew it after 6 months. but I wanted to stay there for 2 years because I feel like I really want to get better at Japanese. Like I really want to learn Japanese, and I want to immerse myself in the culture and everything. And I've never lived alone, and now my mom's like, well, you couldn't just go live in the city here. No, you had to go live in another freaking continent. And I'm like, yeah, it's all or nothing. You know, it's very extreme to me. I'm very, very extreme. And so now that they approved it, I had already bought tickets beforehand, because in case that they approved it, I wouldn't be able to pay them right now because they're very expensive. It's also Sakura season, like springtime, which is the highest like price tickets, and people are going there and everything. So I bought it beforehand and bought it like refundable in case that they didn't like accept it. I will just get the return. And my tickets are for March. Actually, I won't tell you. I won't tell you. I'm just gonna tell you my tickets are for March, because I feel like that's too much information, you know? I don't know, I feel sometimes skeptical on sharing some personal information on the internet, but I'm sharing a lot. Whatever. Basically, I'm going in March. I have a few weeks maybe to get ready and pack everything, pack my life, pack my whole closet into 2 suitcases, because that's what my airline gave me, 2 suitcases. All my life in 2 suitcases, then go there. I've been talking with my friends to get an apartment there, because it's a little harder for foreigners, and as I told you, moving fees are freaking insane, guys. Like, I'm trying to get an apartment around $700 to $800, you know, whatever. And they told me that it would be around 4K, 4K just on moving fees. I'm like, what? That's not how it works here in Costa Rica. In Costa Rica, you just kind of pay the deposit, which is like 1 month of rent, and then you pay the rent and you start living there, and that's it. You get a contract. That's it. No, and there you have to pay like a thousand fees, like one month worth of rent for this, 1 month worth of rent for this. So yeah, I'm in that process. I have to go to the embassy tomorrow, well, the consulate, to get the visa in my passport, which I'm so excited. I have to go today to get the pictures, which I'll just give them old pictures because I feel like I look whatever. But yeah, guys, I'm moving to Japan. And oh, another subject I wanted to talk about, because I know a lot of Japanese people, if you're going to see this, you're going to be like, no, don't come live to Japan and whatever. I'm from Costa Rica. I'm from a country where we also have a lot of gentrification, a lot of foreigners come to live here and rise up the prices and don't respect the culture, whatever. I don't like that. I don't like people that gentrify our country. But I wanted to let you know that I'm not part of that group that would gentrify a country, because I'm not rich. I'm not rich. I will not up your rent payments or anything like that, because I'm going to work in Japan as another person would, like as a Japanese person would. I'm not rich. I don't have the money to buy property in Japan. I don't have the money. I barely have the money to pay for my visa, barely. And they told me it might go up, and I'm like, I don't know how I'll do it, but I'll figure it out. So I understand that maybe you might feel a little conflicted, like, don't come live in my country. And if you don't, that's totally okay. I respect it. I just wanted to let you know that I'm just not rich, and I'm not going to be like a rich person coming into Japan and just using it as a vacation or for my property or just live there, you know. Like, I really want to go there and immerse myself in the culture and learn Japanese and learn from the Japanese culture. From what I've learned, I really like it, and I've always been pretty respectful. I'm not a disrespectful type of like tourist or immigrant, you know. I understand your point of view. I just wanted to let you know that I understand your point of view, because I feel the same way towards some immigration in my country, but it's at least I'm explaining that I'm not that type that I don't like. But if you don't like it either way, well, that's okay. Just please don't say anything disrespectful. You know, we're humans. We live in a planet, and migration is normal for a bunch of animals. So as people would maybe like to live in the US, or people would like to come here, live in Costa Rica, and people would like, I want to live in Japan. It has always been my dream. Well, my dream was to go, and then after going, my dream was to live there, and now I'm kind of accomplishing it, hopefully. And so yeah, I just wanted to give my little grain of salt, take it with a grain of salt, my little grain, no, in Spanish we say granito de arena, which is like my grain of sand, which is like my little thoughts on it, my little whatever. But yeah, guys, hopefully now I'll be able to film more of YouTube, because I really didn't have time, and now one of my goals of being in Japan is filming more content, YouTube content, TikTok content. My TikTok content is very much Spanish, because, well, Costa Rican content, Hispanic content, because I wanted to keep it more real for me and what I usually do and people around me. But my YouTube has always been like international content, so I hope I can bring here more of my journey learning Japanese, and also living in Japan, and just my experiences there. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to eat food in Japan. I love Japanese food. It's crazy. I love Japanese food. You guys don't understand. I love ramen, sushi, soba, sushi, ramen. I love food so much. I'm waiting to go and get some Sakura Mochi donuts from Mr. Donut in Sakura season, because I hope that I get there, and I hope that they have them. If you're Japanese, please try them. If you go to Japan in this time of the year and you can go to Mr. Donut, try them. It's so good. But yeah, I don't know why I ended up talking about food. I love food. That was all. That was all. This is just crazy. But yeah, I'll see you there, guys.